as the sign up there says, I both teach math and direct a dance company, co-direct a dance company, and we do lots of shows that involve dance and mathematics. Sometimes when we're creating material for the stage, we look at dances we've already done and look for the mathematical principles, or vice versa. We take some kind of mathematical principle. Bring your chairs this way.
Yeah, close it.
We look for mathematical principles and we see what happens when we put them in our bodies. But we have the most fun doing this kind of thing, which is finding ways that mathematics and movement dance are so integrated that you cannot seem to be able to separate one from the other. So the first thing I'm going to work with you on, and hopefully we'll have time to do a couple of things, has to do with symmetry. And I've been told that you've been studying or working on symmetry in the math circle. So you're all familiar with things like this. The difference between symmetries. So which of these have mirror symmetries? These are Mitsubishi hubcaps. Which have rotational symmetries? This one here?
Yes.
This one? Rotational. And, yeah.
Number 4.
This has rotational. Does it have mirror also? So sometimes you can have one and not the other. Sometimes you can have both. What about this one here? This is an interesting one. It has rotational symmetry. Does it have any mirror lines? Reflection lines?
Bottom left.
Can anybody see one? Now, on the outside, how many of these petals does this flower have? If you think of it as a flower. 7. So sometimes we say it has 7-fold rotational symmetry. What about the middle? 4. But it almost seems to me like it actually has at least one reflection line. Does anybody see it? No?
Across the middle.
Well, let's see. I thought there was one right here. Now, when you're driving down the street and stopped at a light, if you're driving, don't do this. Look over and look at the hubcaps of the neighboring cars. You may notice that recently we've been seeing more hubcaps that have one kind of rotational or mirror symmetry on the outside and a different one on the inside. Sometimes you'll find mirror lines. Okay, well, that's not what we're really going to do right now. Can I pause this? What I want you to do is push your chairs away, stand up, and spread out so your arms length apart from everybody else, facing me.
After all that.
Now, would you push the chairs to the side? We need to get away from the chairs. If you're over here, come over this way. Would you all help me? These chairs are in the middle. We don't want the chairs in the middle. We want you in the middle. Okay, I see big empty spaces. If you're near a chair in back of you, you may hit it. So come away from the chairs. In the space.
Where's your arms?
Okay, taller people, if you could be more in the back. Shorter people more in the front. Come this way.
Fill in the space.
Are you joining us? Are you arm's length apart from everybody else? Spread out this way. Big empty space right here.
Yeah, close in.
Would everybody take 3 steps forward? Everybody. These are such big steps. Big steps. Thank you. You're going to do this, you're going to face me. What we're going to do first is practice some different kinds of symmetry. So I want you to be my mirror image. Raise your right arm and repeat after me. There you go. If I lean to my right, you lean to my left, you lean to your right. If I lean to my left, If I right, you lean to your left. If I balance, you got to balance. Bring your legs in. See, I told you you needed to be a little further away from other people. In, out. Pretty easy to follow mirror symmetry. What if I step forward on my right, you step forward on your left? If I step backwards on my right, you step backwards on your... If I bring my right arm in front of my left, it gets a little more complicated. Your left is in front of your right. So see if you can follow along. Mirror symmetry. So you look in the mirror and you see me, unfortunately. Very good. I'm going to make a little chart here. I don't know if this goes up higher. Somebody
Set it on a table.
If I reflect the letter, you see this?
Yeah.
Can you get it up a little higher?
You can probably...
Here we go. Okay, can you see this? If I reflect the letter P, what letter will it be? Q. And I'm going to write direction up here. We're facing opposite directions, you and I. And I'm going to write the word orientation, meaning which limb are we using? So if I raised my right, you raised your... So that was opposite also. Can you see that? So we're going to try a different symmetry. If I raise my right arm, I want you to raise your right arm and repeat after me again. If I lean to my right, you lean to your right. If I lean to my left, don't fall down. And this gets more complicated if I step forward on my right, you step forward on your right. Your right. My left arm is up, so your
Right arm. No,
left arm is up. You're going that way. Very good. So if your name is, if Eddie and I are doing this, it's as if there were a point here that we could rotate around and take each other's place. Very good. Okay. So we call that, if I can find my this one, I'm going to call mirror symmetry. Remember the M. And this one I'm going to call rotational.
Need something else?
Because it's 180 degree rotation. Some people call it Simon Says symmetry. Simon Says raise your right arm. And what happens to the letter P if it's rotated 180 degrees? What letter will it be? D. And we were facing opposite ways. What about orientation? Same arms or opposite arms?
Same.
Same. If I raised my right, you raised your right. Okay. Opposite, 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 same. Here's an easy one. I'll face the same direction as you. Follow along. This one is pretty easy to follow. You agree? Even if I do complicated. Oh, wait. You're not balancing. Legs really high. Even if I step out of that plane, it's easy to follow. Okay. So I'm going to use this word for that. Translation. The P slides forward to become a letter P. We're facing opposite or same? Same direction. Are we using the same limbs or opposite limbs? Same. So we have opposite, 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 same, same, same. What's missing? same opposite. Same direction, opposite orientation. The P, it would slide forward and then reverse to become what letter?
Okay, well, if you want to
Flip over to become... If you think of this as a person raising their right hand, well, let's try it. Facing the same way, I lean to my right, you lean to your left. I lean to my left, you lean to your right. My right arm is up, your left arm is up. I twist to my right, you twist to your... By the way, notice the words help us figure out what to do. I'm stepping forward on the left, you step forward on the right. That was too fast. I'm on my left, you're on your right. I'm twisted to my right, you're twisted to your left. Okay. So the letter P would become what? B. So this person has their left arm raised, this person has their right arm raised. Anybody know what that one's called? If it slides forwards and then reflects?
Clyde translation.
What? Anybody know?
Clyde reflection.
It's the symmetry of footsteps. As I walk, I move forward and then flip all the orientations over to the other side. It's not called footsteps, so you couldn't call it that. Anybody? It's called glide or glide reflection. Have you heard of that? Some have. Okay. So we've got 4 symmetries here. What I want you to do is find a group or find a partner and face your partner. We're going to practice these. And move away from the chairs. No leaning on chairs. Don't have chairs 3 inches in back of you. And if I can get some music going, because I want you to move in slow motion, and I'll tell you which symmetry you're practicing. Decide amongst you who is A and who is B. And moving in slow motion, I would like A's to lead and B's to follow in mirror symmetry. Mirror reflection symmetry. Oh, you're not, I'm not watching. I'm trying to make this work. Okay, A's are leading, B's are following in mirror symmetry. Where you decided who's A and who's B. One more set of directions. Listen for a second, everybody. You can move your arms, but what I'd like you to do is change levels. Go low, go high, take 1 or 2 steps towards or away from your partner. Okay? Not just hands, whole bodies. Go ahead. A's leading, B following. Slow motion. Slow motion. Now B's are leading, A's are following. Mirror symmetry. Okay, wait.
Well, no, you don't have to.
Something very important.
Doesn't look like something you want to do.
Very important. I want you to put all your energy, listen, no talking,
Translation.
into movement rather than talking. So it should be totally, hello, totally silent, without conversation, without laughing or giggling. Just put all that verbal energy into the motion of the body. Instead of talking back there, hello, go further, higher, as low as you can go, as high as you can go. Okay, B's are leading, A's are following. Slow motion, no conversation. Go ahead. Very nice. Slow motion. Change levels, high and low. And everybody freeze. Freeze. And while you're frozen, look around at the various shapes that you see. Okay. A's are now going to lead in rotational symmetry. Remember, that's like Simon says. Again, slow motion, no talking. Go ahead. A's lead. That's you. Okay, before we have B's lead with that symmetry, did you notice that that's more challenging? Why? Doing the opposite, what? You have to think more while you're moving. Okay, well, that was pretty good. Again, I want you to try and change levels, go high or low. You can go all the way to the floor, you can go into one leg. Also, try not to do things where you have a mirror line in your own body, because then you can't tell whether you're doing mirror symmetry alone or this rotational symmetry. So be asymmetrical if you're leading, but there'll be a symmetry between the two of you, okay? So B's are now going to lead, A's are going to follow. Go ahead. Everybody who's leading, make a very odd shape and see if your partner can follow. And everybody freeze and look around. Okay. Now we're going to practice the other two. Are you with me? Translation and glide. And so in order to practice, Hillary and I would do this. If I'm leading, I'll stand in the same direction she is, but we'll face the same direction she's got to follow. If I want to pass the lead to her, I'll turn around. Now she's leading. And we're doing translation, so I have to do the same limb as her. If she wants to pass the lead back, she turns, and now I'm leading. Okay? So with this one, you're going to pass the lead back and forth in slow motion. A's will start leading. You may stand up. Here we go. A's leading in translation symmetry. Start with A leading. And go ahead and pass the lead to B by turning. All the way to ready. That's okay. That's how we dance now?
You're making me scared, I hate you.
Okay, very good. I saw you were braver with your movement. You were doing a little bit more. We're going to do the last one. And your name is what? Rinny. So Rinny and I, let's say we're doing the glide. If I stand in front of her again, facing the same direction as her, I move to the right, she moves to the left. And if I change, so you're going to practice like this. Now, what if I turn towards her, towards my left, she turns towards her right. Oops, other way. Yes, and we can actually, I can actually pass it to her, though it's a little more complicated. So I'm going to have you A's lead, and then I'll stop you and have B's lead. Okay? So keep your facing pretty much while you're leading A's. So let's try this one. And go ahead.
Не спешите, Иван, не спеши. Slow.
A's are leading, B's follow.
Follow me.
Randy, where are you? And go ahead and stop. Now B's are going to lead. B's will be in front. B's in front and B's leading.
I'm sorry about wearing a watch.
Yeah, what are you bringing? I don't see that.
Oh, there's a clock. It's 4:35.
Okay, very good.
10 minutes.
Everybody come this way. Stay with your partner though. Stay with your partner. What we're going to do now, since you... Okay, back there, you have to listen. Since you're doing so well with this, I see you being more daring with your movements now and less talking. So I'm going to have you with your partner join somebody else with their partner so you have a group of 4. In your group of 4, are you listening? Here we've got a group of 4. I want you to make up 4 or 5 movements that you can repeat. So you've got to practice them that use these symmetries. Now this gets more complicated. For example, if we're doing mirror symmetry, mirror image, then you could be doing the rotational symmetry from her. You could be 180 degrees rotated. Yeah, well, you'll have to figure that out. So I want you to make 4 or 5 movements using these symmetries. You can also have a rotational symmetry in the center. Let's say we all put our right arms in. Put your right arm in. So we have a 5-fold rotational symmetry here. But I want you to use one movement in your sequence that you're making that doesn't have any symmetry. It's totally asymmetrical. So let me repeat this. Or, you guys back there, do you know what the task is? Yeah. You gotta listen. Okay, no talking. 4 or 5 movements in your group. Use any of the symmetries you like. You must be able to repeat these movements. So you have to practice them over and over. You have to use asymmetry at one point. Do you know what to do? I'll give you about 5 minutes to create something that you're able to repeat. Go to work.
We should go.
Oh no, what?
You only have 5 minutes, so whatever ideas you come up with, stay with it.
I'm doing the so anything that you do, I'll just do. You guys.
It has to be in this degree.
Opposite.
Wow, that's fine.
So we'll do opposite. That's the asymmetrical part. We'll just do the part.
So, what's one? How about we go? No, this is one.
Okay, I'll follow you. I'll go down.
That's a good one. What else? Right side up. Oh yeah. Okay, anyway.
What are you going to do? We're going to do
Do you like doing that? How about we do it on both? How about we do that's not going to be poor guys in
Dance routine. What do you want? I see them doing things. beginning that's clear and an ending that's clear. Okay?
So what I go like this. And then I go like this.
I just did.
Alright, Sebastian. Whatever I do, you go upstairs. I go like this. You go like that.
Do the whole thing.
And then you go like that, okay? They're gonna miss it, right? So we're gonna like chop this. And then we go like this. Okay? So follow me, do the opposite. Do the opposite. I'll go like this. And then you go to her, okay?
Yeah, I keep doing that.
And then we go like this. I go like this, and you go that way. Okay? Just keep going. So, ready? 1, 2, 3, go. And the other one, Sebastian.
And then, yeah. And then we can
Yeah, you gotta watch out for the desk. It's just going like that. Okay. He really wants to do the Here, you got practice, Sebastian, right? Because it wasn't symmetrical. Oh, that's the asymmetrical Let me go.
Then we forget on it.
Good job again.
It was something this big.
Then we go on.
And then we're done. And then sprinklers come on.
Okay. Okay, everybody, can I have your attention? What we're going to do is see what everybody's creating. And so, those of you who are in the back, the 4 boys back there, would you come this way? Because we want to be able to see everybody.
No, it's okay.
And would you leave the center open? So, spread out. And what we're going to do is have one group at a time. Wait, stay with your group. So here's a group. Here's a group. 2. 1, 2. Where's 3? 3? 4. Your group is 3. 4. Are you 5? 5. 6. 7. 8. We've got 8 groups. This is the way we're going to do it. We're going to make, listen everybody, an entire performance. Let's start with group 2. Come on out. And group, let's see. Where's group 5? Group 5. You're group 5. Right here. Group 5. Go this way. So, everybody, listen to the directions. Group. Are you all paying attention? This group starts. As soon as they're finished, they walk away and this group starts. As soon as they walk away, where's my group 3? Group 3, I'll point to the group, you take their place. Yeah, but you were group 5, right? Group 1, group 2, where's group 3? Where's group 4? Group 4. So as soon as this group finishes, this group takes their place. As soon as this group finishes, this group takes their place. So we have a continuous performance. Yeah? What? Do whatever you got. Do whatever you got. Okay, well, improvise. Okay.
Are you ready? Complicated. This is going to be awesome.
It's pretty complicated.
It's going to be
So I want you to watch respectfully and look for things that seem interesting so you can give feedback to your fellow performers. Let me start this again. Group 1 may begin anytime you like. Not group 2. Go ahead. And go. Okay, go ahead.
What's it?
Go ahead.
Everybody! Let's go! Yeah, everyone loves ours.
And go ahead. Very good. Those were wonderful creations that you made very quickly. Do you have any feedback to your fellow math circlers about what you saw? Things you liked, and if you liked it, why? No feedback? None at all? The big movements. The bigger they are, the more exciting they are. Yeah.
I think people were very brave.
Yes. This is very new for some of you, and you were brave and daring, so you did very well. We're going to do one more thing with this, which is we're going to see how these symmetries combine. So I need 2 volunteers, or let's say 3 volunteers.
What is it?
Sebastian, thank you.
Yeah, Sebastian.
And what's your name? What? Medina, come on up. 1 more volunteer. And your name is? Yassine? What I want you to do is stand in a row this way. Medina, Yassine, Sebastian. So make a long line this way. Okay, Medina, be in the middle. Good. Sebastian, be over here. So what we're going to do is we're going to see what happens when you put 2 symmetries together. So would you, somebody, give us a symmetry. Would you all be quieter back there? A symmetry for Sebastian and Medina to demonstrate. One of the 4 that we've been talking about. Okay, well, Yassine gives them rotational symmetry. So do make a shape, Sebastian, and Medina follow in rotational symmetry. Okay, you see they're 180 degrees rotated from each other. Now somebody else choose a symmetry for Sebastian and Medina. Medina. Somebody else besides Sebastian, you already chose one. Which one? I mean Yassine. So they chose glide anyway, so you've got to keep your arms up. And they were to the right. So over to this direction, so you're rotated. So now you're going to do the glide symmetry from what Medina is doing. Do you face the same way or the opposite way? Do you go the opposite, use the opposite arms or the same? Let's make this shape a little clearer. Sebastian, be like this, just like that. Okay? So your arms are pointing over to those people. There you go. So do you face the same way as Medina or opposite? Opposite. If it's glide symmetry? Anybody want to help? Yeah. So which way do your arms go? Is that right? Yes. So we have rotational symmetry here, glide symmetry here. Medina, come out, step out of the way. No, freeze. Yes, step all the way over here. What symmetry do you see as a result? Point your arms this way. What? Mirror symmetry. Does everybody see that? Rotational followed by glide gave mirror. So I'm going to make a chart here. And you're going to help me fill it in. We're going to demonstrate a few more up here. Translation, mirror, rotational, and glide. Translation, mirror, rotational, glide. Which one was the first one that they showed? Rotation. Rotation. What was the second one? Glide. What was the result? Mirror. I'll put an M there. Now choose another symmetry for Sebastian and Medina to do. And Medina, come back in the middle. Somebody choose another symmetry for Sebastian and Medina. Somebody not in this group.
Translation.
Translation. So, Sebastian, make a shape leaning out to in one direction. Oh, very, very complicated shape. So, Medina, you're going to do the translation, which means do you face the same way he's facing or opposite? So you've got to turn around, actually. And do you use the same arms or the opposite arms for translation? Somebody help. Same. So somebody. Okay, but now you have to be. He's sort of facing that way. So see how his feet are. Do your feet just like. There you go. Okay, so there's translation. Now somebody else besides these three choose a symmetry for Yassine and Medina. Yeah. Mirror. So be the mirror. Oh, got to have your arms up. Be her mirror image. Ah, very nice. So we see translation. No, that's you had it. Her right arm is up. Your left arm is up. Medina, step out of the way. So freeze. What is the result between these two? Mirror. Somebody said it. You see? So the result of translation followed by mirror is what? Mirror. Now we want to fill in the chart. What I'm going to have you do is get back with your group of 4, pick one first symmetry for the first 2 people to do, a symmetry for persons 2 and 3 to do, the middle person steps out of the way, the 4th person is there to oversee everything and be the outside eye. Do you understand? Do you need one more example? Can you do it? So you're going to try these when you see an opening, and little by little we're going to fill in the entire chart. Shouldn't take us long, if you understand. Do you understand? Get back in your group of 4. Let's fill in this chart.